I think it's time to do quarterback. Nick, you start us off. Better or worse from last year?
Better. No questions regarding Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, going into last season, it was how is he going to play with coming off the ACL injury. So right now, I feel like he did a great job last season answering all of those questions, proving he can play a 16-game season. And then looking behind him, Nick Mullens, you know what you're going to get. The battle is now CJ Beathard versus Rutter. So what's going to happen there? That's the only camp battle as far as the quarterback position goes. In my opinion, they're better off where they were last year.
Absolutely. He has a full year under his belt for the first time in his career. And I think he understands, based on what the 49ers have done at the wide receiver core, he understands where this offense is going to be driven, and that's going to be from the receivers getting yards after catch. So all he has to do is be accurate and not have to worry about stretching the ball out and knocking down passes 50 yards, 40 yards down the field. He has one assignment, and that's to give the receivers yards after catch, and he's already has a full season under his belt doing so.
I think he'll be able to take it a step forward, too, because this time compared to last year, he wasn't figuring out how to improve upon his flaws. He was figuring out how to become a quarterback again. And coming back from a severe injury like that, an ACL one, sometimes you're not coming back at all. Sometimes you're not even coming back 100%. He did, at least it looks like he did, because, I mean, we just talked about McKinnon a second ago, and he still hasn't even come back after 2 years. So the fact that he's able to play that whole season, get that under his belt, reflect upon himself, build upon that, another year in his system, more weapons, ideally offensive line improved, then it should be the bar is higher. That's when that's when the real critics should start coming after Garoppolo this season, not compared to last, which was I feel like it was a little too over the top. And I am expecting him to do better. So quarterback position, he should be good and he should be vastly improved. I mean, not vastly improved, but he should be improved to
significantly.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say he's been like a winner in life the whole time. Like he always reaches that bar that everyone wants him to hit. And I think like having a little bit of failure, although, I mean, if you told any Niner fan before the season they'd make the Super Bowl, I'm sure they'd be thrilled. But that one throw that everyone keeps bringing back up that maybe wasn't even that bad of a throw, it was just a couple inches off. And I think he's probably been practicing that throw the whole time, and he's ready to go out and take heads this year.
Yeah, you know, if you remember, Alex Smith used to struggle big time with the deep throw when he was with the Niners. And he practiced. And his final year in Kansas City before he lost his job to Patrick Mahomes, which was inevitable, I thought he finally had it. Like he was nailing the deep throw to Tyreek Hill. It's not a question of arm strength. It's totally a question of experience, reps, and practice because you're not throwing to a stationary target. You have to have feel for how fast your guy. Anyway, yes, I agree. It's a better position, and I want to focus on it another way. Like, yes, Jimmy should improve. Yes, Nick Mullens should improve too. But what I think another way that this group has improved is they should be able to get rid of CJ Beathard now. Yeah. That guy has had a spot on the team for too long. He's not one of the 53 best guys. And last year, they brought in Wilton Speight to sort of compete. And if Speight had showed anything, maybe they could have kept him on the practice squad and got rid of Beathard. But Wilton Speight made CJ Beathard look like Joe Montana. I mean, Wilton Speight was having trouble just throwing the targets. So this year, I think this guy, Broc Rutter, I haven't seen a lot of him, but he does remind me a little bit of Nick Mullens. And if he can be competent, then they can feel like they have a good practice squad third quarterback and they can get rid of CJ Beathard, which will make the entire roster better.
Please get rid of 3 spots for quarterback. I drilled Kyle Shanahan last season when he kept 3 quarterbacks. Like, who does that anymore? You could have easily, for how injury prone this team was last season, imagine if one of those spots, one of them just went anywhere, defensive line, corner, wherever, you know? So hopefully he learns his lesson, but we'll see about that.
I think this year may make it harder than any other year to just get rid of CJ Beathard because of COVID. Last Nick Mullens test positive. Who's going to be your scout team quarterback? Jimmy G? Like, you're not going to do that. What if Jimmy G tests positive? Like, you may have to keep 3 quarterbacks. It just makes it a lot harder this season than any other year. Which
that's a good point.
You just ruined my day, Leo.
And remember,
it's a great point. He's definitely making the team. Forget everything I just said. All right, let's go defense.
But wait, put Beathard on special teams. Why not? Remember that run against the Chargers?
That's true.
He had one of the fastest QB runs in the preseason a couple years ago.
Him and Mitch Wisnowski, they could hit.
Yeah, just throw him out there for a couple preseason games, see if it works.